Hello and welcome to another edition of Kerbal Career Program. My name is Jim, aka Satrami Beta, and this week I am uh, doing more rescue missions and also deploying some stations and probably also getting my Sentinel satellite into its final orbit so it can start scanning for asteroids. I'm going to need an asteroid for one of the missions I have to do later, which is build a base basically onto an asteroid. But the first one, so I'm doing a rescue mission to the Mun, but it's not the standard rescue missions that I've been doing before, where I'm rescuing someone just from Mun orbit or even from the surface of the Mun. I'm rescuing someone from the surface of the Mun and their craft. So I had to develop a little bit more intense landing vehicle to do that. And this is the vehicle here. I just realized it kind of looks like one of those the giant walking spider from Johnny Quest. But it is so this is the one that the vehicle that would actually land on the Mun and grab the capsule, and then this vehicle is the return vehicle. So this has the all the fuel and all that stuff necessary to bring everything back. Now I just realized that the RCS is probably way too full on that, and in fact it's weird that I have that much RCS on this at all. I'm not sure I did that. In fact, I'm going to get rid of some of that. So this is this is going to be the return vehicle. It has a inflatable heat shield, is one of the new parts I unlocked the other day, and plus a bunch of parachutes and things like that. I think this should all be pretty stable. I have not flown this yet, so I'm not sure, but this is basically a all-in-one sort of mission. So I am going to add a couple of the smallest monoprop tanks, specifically 4 of them. Hello, Stuckums. Yes, you're here. Hi. There's a cat. All right. Sit. What? Did I squeeze you too hard? I'm sorry. So this will be the return vehicle, and also bring everything back to let's return vehicle and land on Kerbin. And then we'll be clamped on it. So both of these have claws. This one will pick it up, and then it will swap it over for this one, and then this will go back to Kerbin. So I did all the math on it. I checked everything on the lander. It should all be good. Fingers crossed. This one's I've not done this before. I did use this very similar sky crane design to basically as a test to add a little extra battery power and what do you want to call it? Solar panels to my Minimus base, which I did off stream. Which in retrospect, I probably should have done on stream, but I upgraded my Minimus base with a little bit of extra power and stuff like that, and also a couple more science experiments. So I could get the most out of that. So let's try this out. This is not a completely unmanned craft. I gotta fix the put a pilot in here just in case. The Mark III command pod, I'm actually going to pick up one more person as a rescue in orbit. And then, but because there's somebody else orbiting the Mun right now that needs to be rescued. So we'll catch 2 with one mission. And then, let's see. And this has, this does not have any retractable parts or anything like that, so I don't need to worry about that. This is very, very simple, but I did one of these already. A slightly modified version to drop a rover. So we're gonna fingers crossed. Hopefully this does the trick. Like I said, on paper it should work, but in practice this is gonna be hard. I've actually done career mode before. I've never done this kind of mission before, where I was retrieving off of the surface of a planetary body or a moon in this case. So let's give it a shot. I did add some Separatrons to my Delta Heavy style launcher. Also some launch arms as well for additional stability because this thing's a bit top heavy. It should fly okay. I did test this part, and I think it'll be okay, but we're going to be real careful anyway. So fire up those engines, throttle up, and detach. So far, so good. But the real test is going to be when I go to do the gravity turn, whether this bulbous top causes issues, because it is going to have a lot of drag. Unfortunately, I can't do much about that other than launching in 2 launches, and I really don't want to do that. And ultimately, I don't think I will. I made some modifications, so that may change this. I did try it before those modifications, but I think it should be okay. So far, so good. I've got plenty of thrust and also gimbal on those mainsail engines, so that helps. It's going to be interesting when I separate the boosters, though. A little bit bumpy here, but I think we're good so far. Let's keep this thing on course. Looking good. And we're getting close to booster flame out and separation. I'm also going to bring this down for deploying the fairing, because I think we're going to deploy that fairing a little earlier than the second stage. Booster tanks flame out and detach. And they just missed each other. They cleared. Alright, they didn't hit each other this time. And we're just going for as high as orbit as we can with this first stage, because this is going to be the one that gets us to LKO, and then the second stage will take us to the actual MUN. It will circularize and take us to the MUN. Another thing I did change about the this Delta type rocket is I changed out for a Wolfhound vacuum engine, the AJ-10, because it is the most efficient vacuum engine that I can get right now. I think it's close. I don't know if the Elephant, or was it Elephant, or no, not Mastodon. The old big vacuum engine, the 3.75 meter vacuum engine is more efficient or not, but I don't have access to it, so it doesn't really matter. But this is the most efficient vacuum engine I can get, so I'm squeezing as much Delta V out of this mission as I possibly can. Oh, get rid of that. Make sure it falls back to Kerbal. Doesn't cause any problems. And there you can see everything in their glory. The two separate craft. Then we will fire this AJ-10 just for a second to help separate. I didn't think about putting separatrons on these parts, although in an actual real-world rocket, you probably would have to have something like that to ensure clearance. Especially because it's hard to refire an engine. So we're looking good so far. There we go. And now we'll plot our orbit circularization. Oh, I'm not anywhere close to actually being on the apoapsis for that maneuver. Something I always seem to have problems with. 820, 774. Close enough for what we're trying to do. So 500, let's see, Delta V current total. Yeah. So I get enough Delta V to get to the MUN and yeah, do the insertion burn, and that's about it. But that's really all I need. The rest of this upper stage here has quite a bit of fuel. This has enough fuel to do its thing as well, so it should be all good. We hope. If not, well, it was some money, but I don't think anyone will get hurt on this one. So, and I do have a pilot on here just in case I lose contract with Kerbal. I don't want to rely entirely on the probe core for such a delicate operation. And when we get to the MUN and I start doing this, there's every chance I'm gonna like really botch this. I've never been great at actually like landing and like getting where I need to go. And actually docking with like craft. To be fair, at least in this one, I think I pretty much just have to snag the thing. I don't actually have to do anything else. But I've tried this before. The MUN especially is a hard place to do it. Like Minimus, it's so easy to do this kind of thing. It's so forgiving. The gravity is so low. The MUN is much harder for that. Not like impossible, but still much harder. You can time warp here. There we go. All right, now we need to plot. Actually, this is a good place to start burning for the MUN right now. We're very close. Yeah, there we go. So set the MUN as a target and maneuver. There we go. MUN encounter. Easy peasy. Not exactly where I want, but I'm going to make a mid-course correction anyway because I want to intercept the Billy Bob's shipwreck. Oh no, Billy Bobley? Anyway, I want to intercept his shipwreck as soon as possible. So we'll do that. 63-second burn, so time warp's fine. It's going to be 31 seconds. Yeah, so this is the AJ-10. This is the same engine, or the modeled after the same engine that sent the Apollo command module and lunar surgeon module to the moon. Yeah, they still haven't changed that texture. It's still scratched up. And I don't know if it was really that efficient in real life, but it is a 450 something seconds of specific impulse. I mean, it is super fast or super good, and I don't have to I'm not worried about thrust to weight ratio because we're not actually using it to land. Oh, that is the other thing, that the RJ-10, J-10, AJ-10. I forget the name of it now, but the one that was used on the service module was actually designed to take off from the moon, which is why it was so big. It was actually bigger than it needed to be for the job it needed to do, but they'd already contracted it out and designed it. So instead of changing it, they just kept it. Or instead of using a different engine, they just kept it. So, because it would have cost more money to come up with something else than just use the overpowered engine, which is kind of cool, I guess. And we need to adjust inclination. I don't actually think I'm going to get an encounter on this, but intersection, target position. So I want to have a lower orbit. So I can get an intersect in as few orbits as possible. Is that right? Yeah. All right. And point towards the maneuver node. I'm not going to deploy any of these solar panels because it's actually got solar panels on the fixed solar panels here. There's plenty to do to recharge what little battery power it's actually using. Both these are set to hibernate and warp, I think, which is what we want. Oh, hibernate and warp auto. Okay, we want to make sure that's like that. All right, and we'll change warp to next maneuver. Do our small, 31 meters per second burn. I might have to borrow a little fuel from the return vehicle, but I'm actually inclined to want to do that because it's this engine is so much more efficient. It's actually better to use it if I can. Well, it's iffy, and that's actually where it's better to use it. I may not do that because it also is pushing more weight or more mass. 2, 1. There we go. And then meter, 153, 191. Yeah, that's. I'll just have to miss that one on this time. Around. Apoapsis, periapsis, 45. $278 meters per second. Oof. My tummy's rumbling. That doesn't help when I keep drinking carbonated water, but it's so warm. It's been so warm here. Although actually it was really nice today. It was like 70 degrees, but it's very warm in my office. Because even with the windows open, my computer makes a lot of heat. And we're coming around here, setting up what is hopefully our eventual encounter. bit. Using a little dab of RCS there, just trying to crack my burn slightly. All right, now 428.3 meters per second, or kilometers. Yeah. All right, so we are gaining on it. And the next time the intersection gets low enough, I will then plan another burn to intersect it, which actually I probably better do on this. I'm actually reducing my relative velocity to it, my orbital velocity to it, so I'll be able to get a little closer when I actually do make the rendezvous I want. So this is where the fiddly part is, but once we get through the fiddly part, we can get to the probably big explosions part, to be honest with you. This is going to be real dicey. But whether I can actually accomplish this goal. Okay. Intersect 2 and 1. What's that at? 50? Now we gotta fiddle with the 7.2. So basically I'm just watching this number here and seeing how close I can get, which I just have to get in visual range. Oh, of course it's gotten in a way, I can't see it. I'm down to 2.3. This is one of my least favorite parts of this game, is figuring out exactly how to refine encounters. .6 kilometers. I'm going to call that one a win. And we're 0.6 kilometers, and yeah, I should have just enough delta V to get parked next to it, and then I will be able to detach my sky crane and other things. And hopefully that's enough. If not, we'll still have accomplished getting the sky crane here and returning and all that stuff. So, you know, fingers crossed. and this is going to be a tiny dab of delta V change here, the less than 11.7 meters per second. 1 second burn, which I will actually probably break up to a smaller amount here. Start burning a little early. .6 meters per second. I can't do much better than that. Up here, retrograde to the target. This stage will be completely spent, and we'll have to leave it in orbit of the Mun. Although I might be able to, if I have enough delta V left, with this other sky crane, I might be able to nudge it into a collision course with the Mun, so I can clean up my act here. And this does have a docking port on the top because I'm going to leave this in orbit of the Mun, and theoretically I'll be able to refuel it. So I don't know that I'll ever do that, but the cost of adding a docking port on it was very low, and it is reusable as opposed to one of the separators, which is not reusable. So. All right, yeah, 6 meters per second. All right, and where is he? All right, cool. Engineer, well, that doesn't help, but all right, I gotta locate my other craft. He's not far away. There we go. Get on a course for that. And we'll leave him nicely in the Mark III command pod. And then we'll separate and begin planning our descent for the pickup, the final pickup. Let's see. Yeah, coming a little fast. Go for this guy. Here, and please grab. All right, cool. Board. All right, I've completed one part of the rescue mission. And now I'm going to save. Show a little sense. And then children will EVA over to the sky crane. Nope. I think that's crew hatch. No, or the other side crew hatch. Ooh, why is he bouncing so much? All right. Okay. Control from here. Decouple. There we go. And then this thing. We need to figure out where where our target is. Yeah, Raspberry. We're here, so actually we're in a good place for it. I'm gonna do another quick save. Set as target. That should take us pretty much over Rosberg's craft. How much delta V is that? 297. Oh, I've got 2,258 meters per second. So I think we're good there. More quick save. Oh, I gotta see what my... Make sure thrust is turned down, and then stage those engines. 16 seconds. Oh, did I take off? Oh, no, I didn't. Okay. Let's see. All right. Get ready for the... Ready for the burn here. This should handle a little bit easier too once it's a little sluggish, and I'm not using RCS on purpose, but it should handle a little easier once the some of the fuel has been spent on it, because it does have like arms way out from the center of mass, but those are the fuel pods. The thing I want to do is actually just land this thing close to... nope. I want to land this thing close to my target. I don't want to actually be like right on top of it, because I have to rescue... Oh, I hit the wrong button. I'm just going to burn all my fuel doing this nonsense. I have to rescue the guy first. So, another quick save. We'll work to about here. Nope, no maneuver. Or up here. Surface, retrograde. Just doing some final adjustments on my all right, and I'm I'm just trying to see how much. Man, I may not have enough fuel to get off the damn mun. With that thing, I just need to get into like a low orbit. I don't know that I have enough. That's gonna really suck if I don't. Am I close enough to... Alright, so... I'm gonna go ahead and save. 1,200 meters per second. I hope so. Go ahead and get a crew report. And then... EVA and surface sample. And then... I just have to get within... I think 2 kilometers to activate. Yeah, you know what? I don't think this is actually going to do it. So I'm going to reload and try from a slightly more efficient... try for a slightly more efficient landing. Auto save or quick save 109. I think that's probably it. Oh no, it was 113. All right. So I think it's like 112 or 111. Oh, you know, trajectories would help. For later. See if we can get a little closer. Be as efficient with this burn as absolutely humanly possible. drifting. There we go. All right. Crew report. EVA. EVA report. Surface sample. Hope I can actually pick this up, given the... Oh, that's right. I can actually potentially push this. Can't do that. Boof. Whoops. Come on, just, you're fine, you're fine. Alright, so here's the interesting thing. So let's arm this. Oh, it's making me slide. Rotate this so it's pointing in the direction I... Nope. Uh-oh. Hang on. Alright, I think I caught a cable here. Think I'm okay. Everything's good. Alright, cool. That was a good time to do that. Oh, God! Oh! Worst time to get distracted. All right, let's try this again. I believe I have made this extra difficult for me too. Uh, nope. Damn it. I was so close. Oh, you rat bastard. Oh, I hate you so much. I hate you. I hate you. Oh, you. Mm. I landed right on top of it. I don't know if I can catch it. Because the problem is, I think some of these you have to attach like the right node. so close every time. I definitely hit it that time. I don't think I can get it as it is. I'm going to have to figure out how to get it to tip over. What am I doing on monoprop? Not great. How the hell am I going to tip this thing over? So far, I've had no luck grabbing the damn thing. I'll try this in that orientation, see if it... I don't think I have enough fuel to actually lift off. The thing is, I think if I succeed, I'm still going to have to abort this mission. Not abort this mission, but redo from a save, because I don't think I have enough fuel to get back to orbit with this thing. Can we do it? All right, well, let's try this again from a quick save. I expected to be crashing, not completely unable to grab the damn thing. Uh, I wish I had a better solution for this. Fortunately, they don't really give you a lot of options for how you can grab these sort of things. I feel like I'm playing one of those claw games at Chuck E. Cheese right now. Okay, just gonna pause here for a second, collect myself, and slowly do this again. Okay, I just bounced off of it. Like, I definitely went square onto it with the claw, and I can't get it. See if I can make this thing wiggle this thing around. I mean, at this point, I'm going to try every stupid idea I can come up with. now I'm just trying to smash into it. Oh, I got it upright. All right, hold on. Ooh, quick save. See if this will work, because like you got to go for the attachment nodes. All right. Haha, I got it. Oh, victory is mine. 902 meters per second at delta V. That's enough to get into space, or into orbit. So, so I want to actually go 45 degrees. I think. I don't know. It's saved. It doesn't matter. I can get out of here. Nope. Do I have enough delta V? Just barely. I'm actually gonna load that quick save, which I made for. I'm terrible at actually doing rendezvous from this weird inclination, but there should be enough delta V on the other craft to easily maneuver and rendezvous with this to make the handoff. So let's see. So this may not be able to be reused again, but that's okay. I budgeted plenty for this mission. Where's my 78,000 kilometer? All right, so yeah, we'll do that. Get in a reasonably stable orbit, and then hopefully be able to do the handoff. Fingers crossed. There we go. Raise my periapsis up a little bit just for safety's sake. $38, $39. That looks good. 17. Okay. Delta V budget. Now, if I don't bugger this up too badly, I should be able to make the rendezvous without a whole lot of fight, and get back to Kerbin. This was both not as hard and harder than I expected it to be. Mostly because I expected to have much more hard time like actually making contact with the craft, and less hard time actually getting like a hold of it. But this is actually a good orientation, I think, because this will be good for reentry. Now I just have to switch here, and then stage. Um, 1,697 meters per second. I should be able to not too much of a fight, get the adjust my inclination to match. I got too much crap in the way. Ooh. Let's see. Can actually get an intersect here. Plan this maneuver, like make sure my periapsis doesn't drop too low. $2.4 kilometers. Oh, all right. Well, I can actually. I think I can. 9-second burn. doing on delta V? All right. Just have to maintain just enough to get a proper ejection from the MON. Now we're just matching velocities. And then control from here, arm. Point towards target. Just a little dab of fuel. Actually, I can use my RCS for this. Save myself a little hassle later. Let's see. Oh. Black camera. What do I do on RCS? Good. Ooh, I just gotta deploy solar panel. Not that it makes a little single bit of difference here, but all right. And we're gonna bleed off our velocity this direction. And shoot up a little bit. And since this is basically right down the dead center, this capsule's down the dead center, I should be able to more or less line up using just the target indicator, since I can't seem to target that. Looking like I'm dead on there. I wish I could set this as target, but slowly. Please grab on. There, haha! Well, it's not exactly as straight as I want it, but that's good enough. Release. So I switched here. Extend antenna. Extend solar panel. I gotta remember to actually transfer these guys. Over here. Before we leave, because that would have been a huge mistake. Board. And then the other one. EVA. Take data. I did collect some stuff. I was down there. Might as well get as much science as we can. Okay. Now prograde in orbit, and we're going to get ready to plot our return to Kerbin. So basically, I'm just going to do this by doing whatever, moving whatever direction reduces the periapsis the lowest, and then we'll keep adjusting the maneuver accordingly. So if we do this right, we should be able to get a encounter with Kerbin's atmosphere without making any changes. Oh, I'm going the wrong way. Kind of on a goofy inclination, but I have my windows open. Such is the joy. So I think I can actually get on a little bit better inclination with Kerbin here if I'm a little bit more conservative. And that'll make it easier to pick my landing spot, because I do want to splash down in the ocean just to avoid the worst of it. And I've got plenty of Delta V, so... point towards the maneuver and warp to maneuver. And we'll hope real hard. So actually, I think since I've got enough Delta V, what I'm going to do is actually get into a Kerbin orbit, and that will let me pick better where I'm actually going to land. I think that will be really helpful. If I was short, I could do this in probably one burn or do some little fun maneuvers, but I think we can do this in one go. Or not one go, but get into orbit. Okay. Yeah, 200 and 404, save game, do that. Point. Warp to maneuver. And then we'll burn. And here's going to be the other test of this system. I built this kind of ship before, but this one's an all-new design, or a modified design, you know, basically just doing it from memory of what I used the last time. So who knows if it'll actually work. All right, periapsis. Oh, that's fun. I can't get my apoapsis down. Well, balls. Let's see. I don't have enough to get my apoapsis down. So we're gonna scrap that and just hope for the best and see if I can make some adjustments once I get about there. Yeah, we're just gonna wing it. Retract our antennas and our solar panels because it's gonna get hot. Oh, really? Oh, wow. I am almost going to land at the... oh, that's probably too much. I'm almost going to land at the KSC. I'm going to be very close. So I'll actually recover... probably should recover a fair bit of the value of this stuff by landing there. Okay, so heat shield is deployed. Fingers crossed. Oh, wow. I should have calculated by the heat shield deploy. Well, I'm not going to land in the ocean, that's for sure. You know, I'm going to reload that save. I forgot that the difference in drag would not be calculated. The heat shield stowed, so... let's do that again. Let's see... quick save 120? Oh, yeah. Alright. Excuse me. Alright. So it basically went from there to there. Oh, crap. Whoa. That didn't go the way I wanted. Yeah. All right. Let's try that one more time. Oh, hit the wrong quick save. That's way back. Fleet heat shield. Yeah, can't do it. All right. So well, just have to hope the parachutes are enough. Oh, wait. No, I think I can do this with a quick radial out burn. I'll probably do it. I just need to increase it a little bit. Gave myself too much. Just a little dab here. Well, I guess I'll take what I can get and hope those parachutes are enough. They're staged. They should deploy. Missed the ocean by a little bit. Drogue chutes deployed. Actually, we're looking pretty good. Range chutes deployed. Yeah, we're going slow enough. All right. We're gonna be fine. I fretted for nothing. Now we just wait. I had the chutes deploy high just in case things came in weird, but now I've got this damn long wait. But the good news is we're nice and safe. And we should be able to recover this stuff without any issue. We'll complete the mission. We'll get some science. And actually, I'll have spent enough days doing this that I can go to my other bases and grab some more science as well. But that was, like, stupid hard. Mostly because of this thing. I could not get it, get what I needed. I don't think I'm going to do any more of those. At least on the Mun. Because it was just really hard for not much reward. The getting craft out of orbit is pretty easy. I've made designed a couple different rockets that can do that, and honestly, maneuvering the claw so it hits the right surface of the object that I'm supposed to pick up is much easier in space. Since you're not fighting gravity, but come on, we're almost there. I could jettison the heat shield, but I'm afraid it's going to hit something, so. Oh, look, the light comes through the thing. That's nice. Nice soft landing. Oh, we get a crew report. Might as well get an EVA report as well. And a surface sample. Board. Recover vessel. Oh. So the just picking stuff up off of the Mun was enough to pay for this mission, plus quite a bit of profit. So recovering that other guy really puts us over. Plus we collected science. Plus we recovered 17,000 funds for doing that. So see, now this one recovered debris from orbit of the Mun. That one I'll accept, because that's a way more way more plausible thing, and risk to reward and all that stuff. I don't have to spend nearly as much time. Now let's go to our bases. First thing I want to do is look at my Sentinel. 92 days until it reaches its yeah, what am I trying to say? Its maneuver, but I'm going to do that one next, so I can get that into orbit, because I'll need that for another station. So I'm going to probably time warp to that, and pay a little more attention. Hello, Snookums. You back again? Transmit science. Tracking station. Yes. Pick you up. All right, there you go. check on this, see the science. What's up, Snookums? Hello. Alright. And yeah, you can see I added a little rover with some solar panels on here. This was dropped by the Sky Crane. It looks very similar to the craft I just used to pick the capsule up off the Mun. So I also added some additional science experiments, the seismic accelerometer and the graviola unit. Let's see, now we're going to save here just in case I goof. And day 315. So basically, I'm just going to wait till this fills up with science. 30 days. Get as much science as I can off of here. And yeah, now with these solar panels, I don't have to worry about running my batteries down. Put a tracking station. So no, 54 days. Do the other Mun bases. Nothing I have is close to expiring at that time, and I'm not getting close to my launch window or transfer window for Duna, which I have to send some stuff to Duna as part of those missions. It's up here. Oh, okay. Clean experiments, transmit science. That was Mun base 1, Mun base 2. Changed to actually look like a base. You having fun, Snookums? Oh yeah, lots of science here. Ooh, I might not have enough charge to do it. Oh, nope, it did it. Just enough. Space Center. See how much science I've got. Because I've got to unlock a little bit more of the tech tree. You old monster. 1,322. Yeah, I still got quite a bit. The big electrics, the large probes, some of the other stuff. Those would be really nice. I don't care about that too much. Metamaterials would be good, but I can live without that. Jeez, excuse me. Can't stop burping. But very heavy rocketry was the one I wanted because I want the Rhino. The Rhino engine. What's its specific impulse in a vacuum? 340. That's not anywhere close to as efficient as the whatever that was called now. The this one. Yeah, 412 seconds specific impulse. Very efficient. All right. And go ahead and do the specialized electrics. There we go. And Go back to the tracking station. And part of it, it's really important to get the science level up so I can send the most. I have the most or easiest way to launch rockets for the Duna missions, things like that. So 122. Sentinel is in 54 days, so 45 days. 36 days. All right, let's do this one more time. I also launched yet again another station into orbit of Kerbin. While I was off stream, I just saw that on the list of things. It just keeps giving me the same contract to launch stations. So I'm just basically making my existing space station bigger and bigger. But I haven't maneuvered that one yet to get in. I don't have electrical charge. Yeah, I'm in this damn crater. What is failing to charge? It's not charging at all. Oh, hey, man. You have a good night, too. Thanks for watching. It says it's blocked by terrain, even though it's definitely getting light. Do I have enough fuel to get up out of this crater? Well, maybe. All right. Well, that's a problem for another day. I am on Twitter. Yes. I just. Well, did I create a? I just guess I use my regular Twitter. I'll link it when I see. Get this send. There you go. That's my Twitter handle. I don't know if I actually want it out on the recording or not, but there it is. I should probably get a Twitter for this one too. All right. I'm going to go back to one of the other places so I can actually get some science. And then I'll figure out what to do with that Mun base here later. Yeah, I do. And I try and remember to post it on Twitter, but I forget sometimes too. I just forget to actually do the things I should do to make myself more successful, because I'm good like that. Advancement science. Yeah, that's fair enough. Yeah, it's at Jim Kliss, JIMKLISS, on Twitter. Should be easy enough to find. You're already following me? Well, there you go. I don't post on Twitter that much anymore. I probably should. It would be useful for me, but I just don't for some reason. Back to the tracking station. We're gonna get this Sentinel in there one way or the other. Sentinel, 23 days. Days, 10 days. Ooh, all right. Yeah, you have a good one, man. Take care. All right, now we're close enough to warp to our next maneuver. Burn. This is in an orbit around with marginal deviation. I'm within the designated orbit. All right, so now we will do a couple things. Number one is save. Then, hi, Snookums. Then stage. Burn it normal just a little bit to get clear of this thing. And then this one I'm going to use, I'm going to actually crash this in. All right. Jeez. My goodness. Yeah, overshot there. All right. Now, start object tracking. Cool. At mapping satellites. That's yeah. It's doing what it's supposed to. This we will actually use as a flyby. We'll do a flyby of. Let's see. See if I can get any encounters. Yeah. I want to see if I can get an encounter with Eve. There we go. Closest approach. I know I have enough delta V to do it, so let's get change our inclination. All right, so that's in 25 days. We're gonna try and get a slingshot around around Eve. Basically, do a flyby of Eve and do a. I should have put science units on this. That would have been a good idea. Do a flyby of Eve and then crash this thing into the sun. But that's for another day. I think I've got everything. I've got that satellite where it needs to be. Yeah, satellite's in orbit. I did a rescue. I'm set up, still set up for my. Oh, what happened here? Well, something goofy happened. I'm set up good to do my next set of missions and all that stuff. So I'm I think I'm done for tonight. So that was that was 2 hours. So all right, thanks for watching, everybody. I will see you Wednesday night with another version of this. We'll do a couple more station deploys and get set up for Duna as well, because we're getting ready to deploy our deploy a satellite, a station, and a flyby all to Duna. I think I'm going to go ahead and include a lander because that's probably going to be one of the next things. So I'll just go ahead and have a lander there ready to go and hopefully get this all done on one mission. So I will see you next time, and thanks for watching. Bye.